Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be unpacking issues 23 through 26 of the Imperium magazine. Here we go, we've got issues 23, 24, 25 and 26, and they were delivered this time in this chunky box because we're also going to get the Imperium art prints which come along with the 7th delivery, and these are one of the free gifts you get if you sign up at the very beginning of the subscription. With this delivery I also got the binder. Now this binder is charged to you. You get one free binder at the beginning as one of the previous deliveries, so if you sign up for the subscription you do get one free binder, but then you're going to get, I think it's 3 more as the subscription unfolds, and they do charge you for those. You don't have to have them, and you can ring up and cancel them in advance if you don't want to receive those, and you do get a notice in the letters that come throughout the subscription, and so you've got plenty of time to do that. But I'm just going to get them, one, so you can have a look at them and see exactly what quality they are and whether or not you think it's worth it. But I also quite like using them. I'm really using the Imperium magazine contents and learning the game from it. So for me the binders are really helpful, and I like having all the different branded items as well, so it's all neatly stored together. So yeah, let's have a look at everything then. In the video I'll go through each of the issues, we'll have a close look at those art prints and then also the binder as well. So let's get all this unpacked and you can see how it comes. So it's all just thrown into the box like this. We've got our art prints sealed in here, so I haven't opened these at all, so I've got no idea about the quality of those, so looking forward to seeing that. Then we've got issue 26, 25, 24 and 23. And then at the very bottom we've got the binder, which is the second binder of the collection. So let's get rid of this cardboard box now, and then this is everything that we get in this month's delivery. So a good haul and lots to go through. So I've done issue 23 already. There's a video of that on the channel because I went out and bought 3 more of these Canoptic spiders because I think they're awesome, and I really wanted to build a 500-point army around these and the scarab swarms. So if you want to see the contents of 23 and what this looks like put together, that's already up on the channel. So I'm going to focus for the rest of the video on issue 24, 25 and 26. We'll open it up, flick through all the pages so you see exactly what's included. Then I'll build the models so you can see them all put together. And then once we've gone through the contents of the magazines, I'll get these prints opened and then we'll have a look at the folder 2. Here we've got issue 24. Let's look at that one first. Not very exciting. This one's just going to come with 2 paints. We're going to get the Rakarth flesh and the null oil, and you can see the Rakarth flesh needs some serious mix in here. Let me grab one from the paint pot so you can see exactly what this should look like, because this certainly shouldn't look grey like that. So there we go, it should look like that one, but the one we've got in here is like that, so that's going to need a serious mix in, probably with some ball bearings as well. So I find with a lot of the paints in this Imperium collection, they do come like this, they need a really thorough mix. But we've got some shade null oil as well. You can never have too much of that, so it's great to have another pot of that included. So just 2 pots of paint. You used to get in the collections 3, but they've reduced it to 2 now. So when you consider this is $8.99, on these occasions you do lose out if you are pricing this up just for the contents of the models or the paints. But overall you do make some great savings, and don't forget this is packed with information. You know, you're getting loads in here, and the magazine itself has to come into the pricing as well, I think. But overall, you do get a really good deal, and if you get it right from the beginning, you certainly get your money's worth. Just have a flick through and see what's included in this magazine. So it looks like we're going to get some info for the Adeptus Mechanicus here. So we've got the weapon and war gear names. We already built those, but we do get one of the leaders in the issue that you'll see later on. And so we've got all the names for the weapons as well. Then we're going to get some more information about the Necrons. And there's some great Necrons in one of the issues we're going to look at too. And here we go. This is called Degradations and Grudges. So this looks really interesting. Another generator table there. And then we've got some more tables. So yeah, this is going to be really fun to read through. Then we're going to learn about the Tyranids. And I'm getting really into these at the moment. I'm really liking the Tyranids, and they're going to come as part of the premium offer. You're going to get these included, I think it's in the 9th delivery, so you get some Tyranids. I've been looking online at maybe picking some up and putting together maybe a 500-point army to go against my Space Wolves, because I think that would be quite fun. Also been looking at Katachan Jungle Fighters, or Kachan, I don't know how to say it. Is it Katachan or Kachan? But anyway, the Jungle Fighters, I think they'd be really fun to make a little army out of too. So I've been looking at those and the Tyranids lately. So we're going to get that info, a nice how to paint guide, which now takes into account the Rakarth flesh that we've got in this issue. So we can start getting up to date with our miniatures there. And so it shows us also the Nuln Oil. We can use that. And now we're going to go into the tutorial. So this is going to talk about objectives and victory points now. So this is layering up everything we've learned so far with these different playthroughs. So this is really good now. We're really starting to get into the game. We started getting our data sheets in the previous few issues. So now we're starting to learn a lot more about how this works. Then we've got the Scout Mission Pack. So yeah, a lot more now, including the proper layout and the steps to getting ready for battle. So now we're really getting into it now, how the game should be played. So this is getting pretty exciting, actually, pretty fun. And we even got some victory points we can cut out and use there, and a proper mission. So this is starting to look a little bit like the main rulebook now as well. So there we go, that's everything from this issue. And on the back, as normal, it's going to tell us what we can expect from 25 and 26, which we're going to have a look at next. Now we're on to issue 25. I've been looking forward to this one. Time for some Necron Immortals. So let's get this magazine out. And then we've got a nice double sprue full of interesting pieces, some great weapons in here. And then we've got our 5 bases. So these look like 32mm bases. So we're going to build 5 of the Necron Immortals now. So that's really great. Really looking forward to getting those built and painted up. Let's have a look at the magazine before we look at the sprue in detail. And so we get this little pull out as well. And so this is going to show us all about the Forge world. So this relates to the Adeptus Mechanicus, which we've already built some models for. So this is really nice, showing you the layout of everything, how it works. So yeah, some nice information to build up our knowledge. The Adeptus Mechanicus there. And then in issue 25, we've got our Immortals. And again, we're going to explore the Adeptus Mechanicus Forge world, and we're going to get some new data sheets and tutorials. So here we go, Necron Immortals. These are one of my favourite sections they put in, where it tells you all about the weapons and goes into detail about the different glyphs and everything. I really like this section. And then on the back, you've got your battle record, so you can really keep an idea of what's gone on in the battles and personalise your army. So that's really cool. Then we've got the Royal Court, again layering up that knowledge. We've got Rule of the Imperium, the Ultramarines, the Empire of Ultramar. So lots to add to our collection there. Then How to Build. Again, these How to Build sections are fantastic. Really great detail. Gives you all the different options. They always recommend doing it as it shows you in the book, rather than using the different weapon options. But you don't have to follow that. But they just do that because the playthroughs include all the rules for the weapons that they show here. So it's up to you which way you go. Then we've got some of these paints already, so we can get up to speed with pretty much almost all of the painting on these. So there's not much to add to that. Once we get the green, that'll be really cool to brighten that up if you follow the traditional method. Then we've got the Royal Warden and the Immortal data sheets now. So this is what we've been waiting for. It's great to have these data sheets like this. And now you can really start to put your armies together and start thinking about the power levels and points and everything like that. Although the points aren't listed here, but you can find that online, no problem. And then we've got our tutorial. So again, now we're really building up on all that information. We're starting to get a lot more of the rules now for movement, psychic phase. So we're coming away almost from the playthroughs and starting to look at the proper missions as you'd find them in the book. So yeah, this is really great. Now we really are starting to learn the rules properly. And then on the back, it tells us issue 26, which we're going to see next, is the Tech Priest Dominus. And then look at this, 27, we start getting some terrain with a Hemotrope reactor. So can't wait to see what this looks like when it's all put together. But now let's go and look at issue 26. I'm getting them ahead of myself. Let's have a look at the sprue first. So here you can see the Immortals up close. Some really nice pieces for the different weapons here. So yeah, they look great. This looks like there's 3 different weapons. 1, 2... and then down the bottom here is the 3rd one. So it'd be interesting to see exactly which ones I'll use. I've so far been following the book really and going along with it, but I do like the look of these. I think these look awesome, and these look pretty cool too. So yeah, not sure which weapons I'll go for. Tempted to give that a go there, but these look great. Nice details as we expect by now, and for 5 models there's quite a lot going on here. So these look like they'll be a little bit bigger than the regular warriors. Maybe the bodies look a little bit larger, and the guns certainly are pretty impressive. So yeah, some really nice elements on the sprue, and I'll get these built so you can see them all put together. Now we're on to issue 26, so here we go. This is a great model, really happy to have this one included, and this will finish up those models we saw earlier for the Adeptus Mechanicus. This time we're going to get the Tech Priest Dominus. We'll learn more about him and then battle the Necrons in a new mission. So we've got 2 of the really small sprues here. Want to have a look at those before we do the magazine this time, so let's get that up close. I'll just focus on that so you can have a good look. So this looks like it would be a nice big model, and this is a cool piece. I like the movement here we're going to get from this kind of cloak thing, and some really interesting pieces, all these different weapons. Yeah, this is a great looking one, so this is going to be really interesting to put together. Not too many components, so quick build, but what I can see here is some really nice details. I think all these little parts look fantastic, and yeah, so this weapon here is quite large, so it's going to be quite tall, this guy. So yeah, that's going to be a nice addition to the Imperium army for sure. So there's the sprue. We get a nice big base as well there, and I'll check the size of that when we have a look at the how to build section. So let's put that to one side, and we can have a little flick through the magazine. So some nice covers. I always forget to focus on the covers, but they're really good. The artwork that's included is fantastic, and this one is brilliant. So really like that. Like the colours, the whole red theme is really cool. And as we open it up, another one of my favourite sections that is going to tell us all about the Tech Priest Dominus. So this is really good. And then again, the battle record on the back, and some of information, the Keepers of Divine Law. We can learn a little bit about exactly what he does and how he fits into the background of the game. How to build section, again, nicely detailed. That base is 50mm in size, so give you a good idea of how big that is. And then we can get painting, because we've got the corn red, we've got the lead belcher. So if you're following along with the traditional side, you can get a lot of this done already. I'm going to be using mostly contrast paints for mine, and I'll be showing you how to paint those in some how to paint videos if you don't want to follow along with the how to paint guide that's included in the collection. If you do, it's fantastic. Step by step, clear pictures, and takes you through it really nice and easily. So I can highly recommend this. It's really good. Then we've got the data sheet for the Tech Priest Dominus, and some nice images there as well for the final gallery. Great looking model. And then we're on to the new mission that we can play against the Necrons now. So that's going to tell us all about that. So it looks like the playthroughs are done now if we go through the previous issues we've looked at in this video, and it's really down to now doing different missions. So with so many issues left, there's going to be a lot of missions potentially to play, but I'm sure we're going to cover some rules for more of the terrain once we get that. But yeah, we're not going to be short of missions, that's for sure. And then on the back, it tells us what we already know for 27, but 28 and 29 is going to give us more Necron warriors. So this is good. I'm looking forward to this. Although it's not that exciting because we've already had this, having some more warriors is going to be brilliant. So yeah, I can't wait to get that. And the army's going to really start taking shape with those included, and we're going to have a ton of models to work with. So there we go. There's issue 26. Before we have a look at the artwork, let's check out the folder. So it's exactly the same as the other one. Got the same images on the side there, and then as we open it up, it's going to give us the Imperium of Mankind and the filing system. Note you don't get any more dividers in here though, so the dividers you got with the first one, looks like that's all you're going to get. So this is just the folder, and then on the back it's got that cool image of the Necron. So whether you think that's worth the money or not, I'll leave that up to you. I'm happy to have it as part of the collection. But especially if you're using it a lot, if you're going through and referring back to things, it really is handy to have a few of these. But, you know, if it's worth like, what, almost £10 for this, that's up to you, I think, to decide. Now we've got the art prints. Let's have a look at these. I'll be looking forward to seeing just how good quality or not these are going to be. Hopefully they're nice and thick cards, so we'll wait and see. But there's only 4, I believe. So it's quite a chunky package, and it's well protected as well, which is good. Sometimes you get these things just in an envelope, and you want them to be well protected. Certainly if you want to frame them or put them on the wall, you want to look after them. And here we go. They are really nice, actually. You can hear just the thickness there. So yeah, some nice thick card. On the back it just says limited edition premium print. Doesn't look like there's any numbers on this, so it is going to be a print card. I guess they're limited edition just for the people who buy the Imperium magazine maybe. But nice images, real glossy, but great high quality print. So I'm really impressed with this actually. I would say this is better than I thought, thick as I wanted it to be, and yeah, some nice print. So if you wanted to put yours in some frames, I think they would be really nice. This one's really good. I like that. The Adeptus Mechanicus. Yeah, some really good quality. Then we've got another one here. So not too bad at all. Probably my least favourite. I quite like this one actually out of them so far. That one's really nice. But yeah, that's another one. And then we've got the Necrons. So all nice thick cards. 4 altogether. But yeah, I think the Adeptus Mechanicus has come out on top for me. Although I do like this one as well. This is quite good. I won't be framing them. I think I'll just put them on the wall as they are. But for now, I'll leave them in the envelope they came in. But there we go. Hopefully that's given you a good idea of what these prints are like and what you can expect if you've subscribed from the beginning. Okay, I'll go away and I'll get these models built and then take some pictures and you can see them all assembled and see what it all looks like when it's put together. So I'll see you back here in a minute. And here we go, I've put everything together now so you can see it all assembled, and I even built the Canoptic Spider so you can have a look at that. Great model, I really like that one, and I also bought 3 others as I mentioned earlier. So a nice haul from these 4 issues. Not a lot of models, but I think the ones that are included are really good. For the Necron Immortals, I looked into this a little bit more to find out about the different weapons. And it turns out you can make these as death marks instead. So you've got 2 options. Now, in the book, as I said earlier on in the video, they encourage you to build it so that you can follow along with the rules and use the data sheets that's included. And they build them as Immortals. But I really like the death marks. I think they're some great looking models. And I really like the weapons they come with. And the faces are a little bit different to the Immortals too. So I decided to build mine as the death marks, and it's really easy to find all their data sheets online and even the instructions to build them. I just did a quick Google search and then the instructions were on a Reddit stream, so really easy to find and build on Google. Whichever ones you decide to build, you're going to get lots left on the sprue. So you can see here there's a ton of weapons left, there's even body parts. There's like different parts of the weapons, arms, and you're also going to get 5 heads as well. So there's quite a lot of spare pieces here. So if you're doing some dioramas or you want to put some broken up bodies into the terrain or into the bases of your models, then you're going to get lots left over to play with here. Next, we've got our Tech Priest Dominus, and this is a great model to add to the Adeptus Mechanicus that you get as part of the collection. And so the Imperium army is built up of not just Space Marines, but some Adeptus Mechanicus and Adeptus Sororitas too. So you get some different models throughout, which I think is a nice touch, especially if you play Kill Team. You can get a nice selection going on with the models included. You can see there's a few parts left on the sprue here as well, so just some more to add to the bit box there. But there's only one way of building this included in the magazine. Then there's the Canoptic Spider. Great value this at $8.99 for the magazine. If you pick this model up, it's over £20, so really good way of getting a few of these if you can get hold of some copies. And I picked up 3 plus this one, so I got 4 altogether. And this guy's going to be part of a 500-point army that's mostly going to consist of these and some scarab swarms. And you can see I've built it in 2 parts, so it's going to be a lot easier to paint, and then I can put it back together and stick it to that base. And finally, we've got the Shade Nuln Oil and Base Rakarth Flesh paints. So all up, a pretty good haul. Again, not a lot of models, but I think the models that are included are really nice. The Canoptic Spider's great value, so's the Tech Priest, and having the option of building Death Marks or Immortals is a really nice touch. Of course, you're going to lose a bit on those paints, but overall, great value. combining that with the paid folder and then those prints as part of the subscription offer, I think this is a really fun month to get a load of goodies in the post, and I really enjoyed unboxing all this and getting it built. So there we go. I hope this has helped you, given you a good idea of what's included, and I hope you enjoyed the video too. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.